Shakur Stevenson gets hot at Vasily Lomachenko and Bob Arum after the fight that took place last night between Vasily Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson, and between Vasily Lomachenko and a guy that I'm already forgetting about, George Kambosos. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, man, there's a lot of tears being shed. Whole lot of people upset at Gervonta Davis already for ducking Vasily Lomachenko again because, you know, hey, it's been a whole 12 hours since the fight and they have not gotten in the ring yet. And you have Shakur Stevenson, very hot at Top Rank, saying he is coming for everybody's necks, but that Top Rank is hating on him and going to block him from the Vasily Lomachenko fight or other unification fights in the division. But before I get into it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, hey, hit the subscribe button, please. And if you've been around a long time, again, ain't nobody more important on the channel than you. Thank you for continuing to watch the videos. I usually in this section make sure I thank people that come through with super thanks. Man, thank you guys very much. Matty O, Barbara D, Daryl McKinney, Big Dre. Thank you guys. This particular video, I just want to tell every one of you that watch this video, thank you so much. And if I mix up a name now and then, please forgive me, because I only have one take to get this done. And my mind works faster than my mouth sometimes. And so sometimes I say one name and I have to correct myself. I'll try my best not to do that in this video. We're going to talk about 4 or 5 different fighters here. First of all is the great Vasily Lomachenko. And when I mean great, I mean great. Man, what a terrific fighter. What a pleasure it's been to watch Vasily Lomachenko's career. As soon as they stopped overhyping him, and I mean, like, he's the greatest thing we've ever seen, all of that stuff, it became easier to appreciate him. And last night's fight that he had with George Kambosos was probably my favorite fight for him. It was very good to see him, a guy that is lost his last fight in a very controversial decision, in my opinion. I completely understand why Vasily Lomachenko thought he beat Devin Haney. I can understand why some people would think Devin Haney won the fight. But anyway you cut it, this particular fight, Vasily Lomachenko corrected the wrongs and made sure that that did not go to the judges, that he stopped with a series of body shots. George Kambosos in the 11th round dominated George Kambosos the entire fight. And if George Kambosos was everything that people claimed George Kambosos was after Devin beat him, they didn't claim him. They didn't claim it before Devin beat him. But once Devin beat him, he became the best fighter in the entire division. If we take that route with George Kambosos, hey, that's a major, major win and impressive win for Vasily Lomachenko. After the fight, obviously, the question becomes, who does Vasily Lomachenko fight next? There's 2 people that raised their hand right away. One is the WBA champion, and that is a guy that goes by the name of Gervonta Davis. And the other is the WBC champion, Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson was particularly hot last night as he said that Top Rank, he heavily criticized Top Rank for blocking him getting fights and not wanting to promote him and not wanting to give him his credit. Now, I don't know if what he was talking about was the fact that they didn't mention him on that broadcast when they were talking about like some of the best pound for pound fighters in the world. They mentioned somebody, I think they mentioned Monster Inoue. They mentioned Monster Inoue. They mentioned Terence Crawford. They mentioned these other people towards the top of the pound for pound list, but just did not mention Shakur Stevenson at all. And also when the fight was over and Tim Bradley was speaking about what he heard was next for Vasily Lomachenko, they mentioned Emmanuel Navrati, a Berenicek winner, and not Lomachenko versus Shakur Stevenson, and says, hey, Terence Crawford was right when he told me that Top Rank does not promote black fighters. Now, to that I have to say, no SHIT Sherlock. No ish Sherlock. You think so? You think so? You think? This has been known for a very long time, at least since the late 1990s. And I would say we have known this going on 30 years. It will be, let's say, 28 years, pretty much since Floyd Mayweather Jr. came out of the 1996 Olympics and signed with Top Rank. Did not promote the best fighter in the world for a very long time. But they put him in with a lot of very, very, very tough matches now. They had no problem putting Floyd Mayweather in there with every dog they could find. But to promote him, to mention him on the show as one of the best fighters in the world, like they've been doing for Monster Inoue since Monster Inoue was born, since they've been doing for Vasily Lomachenko since Vasily Lomachenko was like 12. No. In order for Floyd Mayweather Jr. to receive the credit to be number one pound for pound or a guy like that, he literally has to be the best fighter in the world for a decade. In order for Terence Crawford to have gotten his accolades as the number one pound for pound and to have Top Rank push him in any way, he had to be the best fighter in the world for a decade. And that's the same route that Shakur Stevenson is going to have to take. He's going to have to do it for a decade. But Bob Arum is not alone. Oscar De La Hoya does the same thing. Oscar De La Hoya is about Oscar, number one, but second, Mexican fighters. And Top Rank is about, for the most part, foreign fighters. For the most part, I don't know if they get if they can afford to pay him less money or whatever, but, that's pretty much what they do. They support foreign fighters and do co-promotional deals with foreign fighters. That's just their thing. So Shakur, who said, I don't know whether I would sign with the PBC or not. How many fights will it take me to get the Gervonta Davis fight? Well, let me ask you, Shakur, how many fights is it going to take you to get a Lomachenko fight at Top Rank? How many fights is it going to take you to get a Navarrete fight at Top Rank? How many fights would it take for you to have gotten that Devin Haney fight at Top Rank? I think it was only because of the lawsuit that took place between Terence Crawford and Bob Arum that they gave Shakur Stevenson the Oscar Valdez fight. I'm just not a big believer that these guys are out here really, really, really looking to promote Shakur Stevenson. And it's unfortunate because that's exactly who they should be promoting, because that's the best fighter that they have over there, bar none, including Monster Inoue. He may not get the knockouts like Monster Inoue, but that dude is every bit as good a fighter, or if not better fighter, than Monster Inoue is. And they're promoting Monster Inoue like that, and Monster Inoue won't even come to the United States, which is just mind-boggling to me that they would invest all that time and energy in promoting a guy that's not going to come over here. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Shakur's going to be sitting and waiting for a while for that one. I would say, hey, man, get with the program, man. You're going to have to go over there and fight Godzilla over there in the PBC. You got to go to, hey, I'm sorry, you got to go to the land of Kong and Godzilla and Mothra and fight all those giant beasts over at the PBC to get your name up. Just probably what you're going to have to do. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.